Hello, it's driving time. I don't know why. I need to turn this down a little bit. I think that should be fine. Time to drive around Japan. I missed winter, which is sad. No idea what I want to race. My brain was too fried to play anything else, though. Stop. Why is it fucking doing this? Oh, because my mouse was not in the fucking... Yeah, that's why. Did I make it? Streamer audio. No, I didn't.
In 400 yards, turn left.
I have the fucking audio in game so low. Why is it so loud on stream? I'll do this. Hopefully that's enough to fix it. Nice, I slammed into the side of that guy.
400 yards, turn sharp right.
It didn't give you a notification, Cloudy? That's very strange. Thank you for the first. How are you today?
Turn sharp right. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
You're phenomenal. That is good. Great to hear. Phenomenal, even. To hear. Are you glad to be home? Or have been home for a couple days now? Nongon region. Oof. I was hoping I could drive and click that, but I guess it is on one computer, so. So glad to be home. That's good. I bet your trip was exhausting. That person's way faster than me. Sucks that you go back to work tomorrow. That does suck. Don't you wish you could just take vacation time forever and get paid for it forever? You're officially registered for your courses. Awesome. Exciting stuff. When do they start? In like August, or did they start at just like a, I don't know how it works for what you're trying to do.
Turn left.
August, nice. Well, that's exciting.
Turn right.
It's 10-hour classes Tuesday, Thursday. Nice. That's a long time, but I mean, I guess it's not that bad.
Arrived at your destination.
You'll get used to it once you've been doing it for a couple days or whatever. And it's nice to be only 2 days a week. Have to be in uniform and clean shaven. Uniformed, cloudy. Are you upset to have to shave whatever amount of facial hair you have currently? I know you had some going. No, I do not want to increase my difficulty level when I'm playing for the first time in like a month. Have to go along with people and not get paid for and basically do 12-hour shifts. Yeah, that does suck. That is probably going to be the worst part about it. But I mean, I don't know if there are like, there are probably laws or some shit about not being able to be paid for it if you're like watching, or like if it's for school specifically. I have no idea. Because I mean, what you're doing is different than like having done an internship towards the end of the classes and stuff. It's like taking practical lessons or whatever. Something off your tuition would be nice though. That is true. That would be very nice. It does feel, it is a feels bad moment to essentially work a 12-hour shift and not get paid. Do you know how long you have to like take those classes for before you're like certified or whatever? One semester. That's not bad then. It'll be a, sounds like it'll be a tough semester, but that's not that bad. Discover Japan. Unfortunately, I missed winter by a couple days, so we won't be seeing any snow. But it's spring, so I would assume we can see like cherry blossoms and shit. Five courses. Are you just gonna like continue working where we work on like your off days, I'm assuming? That was real bad. That was fucking terrible. I need to go back further and start braking sooner. Only Saturday and Sunday. That's probably a good idea. You'll probably be exhausted from your Tuesdays and Thursdays. And rest is important, especially when you're having to do shit like that. The rest of your time off on the field unpaid. Ah. So you got classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then you have to be on the in the field the other days? Yes, Cheeto, it's Forza. How's it going? I missed winter and I'm sad about it because I wanted to see snow. I hardly know her. Forza, I hardly know her. Stuff you have to study for quizzes at the start of class, every single class. And that kind of makes sense, especially since it's a shorter thing. Trying to finish P3 reload. Nice. How far are you? I cut corners, that's bad. Then it's lectures and then it's labs. Nice. That honestly sounds kind of fun. I guess it depends on how what the labs have you doing. You're in November. Nice. So you're getting there. Yeah. Yeah, wait for the remake for P4. We only got a couple months. 8 months. I guess that's not a couple, but it's worth it. Rippy played and got through October. How was that for you? Yeah, it's half a year plus 2 months, Cheetah. You're right. It actually comes out 2 days before my birthday. Yeah, it's a little more than half a year. I won't be starting it on my birthday. I'll probably start it the day it comes out, but you know damn well I'll be playing it then. Unless there's something else I'm more excited about, but probably not. Stop overcutting corners, but I wanna. So then I can, because then I can make these passes. It's just a street race. Return to streaming for P4R, likely. Nice. Yeah, I definitely plan on streaming P4R. Damn, this car is so fucking fast. That acceleration is no joke. The fuck was that? I'm not gonna win this race, so restart it is. Nuking Atlas the day before P4 comes out. Well, it'll already be finished, so. Persona 4, but have a negative. Yeah. I mean, that fucking sucks. That person shouldn't be allowed on social media. See, look what overcutting corners allows me to do, Cheeto. I'm already in second. These corners I shouldn't try to overcut, though. W restraining order for real. Yeah. I try. There's like an amount you can cut them safely, and I was just testing it too much. Oof. Okay, I was worried that drift would have fucked me there for a second. You stream Sunday night, you will 1000% not be there. Kiki's asleep, cute. I'll probably stream Sunday night, yeah. It will probably be Lego Batman. It's gonna have to be another week without Pokemon, unfortunately. But my mind could not stand the thought of actually thinking for a video game tonight. Tell Kiki I said pss, 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 pss. I'm sure Kiki will love that. Alright, and we're back. Of course I like this livery. It's my favorite VTuber. And when I checked, it was the only one with her on it. And despite you naming your cat Kiki, you think it's a boy? Does it have little balls?
Okay, Alex, what do you want to do next?
I don't know if you can actually... Like, if they've actually grown in at that point. You think so? It's fine. It's a cat. It doesn't really matter. If Kiki is a boy, change it to Khaki. Trust.
Turn right.
You introduce Khaki. Why is a black cat named Khaki? Shouldn't it be a tan cat? Trust. Nah, it's Khaki. I'm inventing black khakis. Naming it Cloudy. Goat. This is true. That would be naming your cat after the goat. That is you, Cloudy.
400 yards. Turn left.
You just like me for real, for real.
Turn left.
You're no goat, but you are Cloudy. You're definitely... If you're not a goat, you're definitely an oat. You're one of all time. But you're also definitely a goat. A human, but a goat. Oh no, not water. And you're white, so that makes you oat milk. That was good on multiple levels.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Shimanoyama Circuit. The festival event. I thought I had one of these with a livery on it. Oh, we're going with this one. Toyota. Cheetah, who's your favorite character in P3 so far? You look good right now. You're gonna call yourself a snack. But actually, you're not just a snack. A whole ass meal. So that makes you oatmeal. For real. Oatmeal, which instead of using water, used oat milk. You're the oat squared. I haven't had oatmeal in so fucking long. I do like oatmeal. It's good. But with milk. I didn't realize this race was 5 laps until I was like, holy shit, that was a short ass lap. How many laps are there? Fucking love some oatmeal. Yeah, oatmeal's good. I just never wake up with time to make anything for breakfast. Either that or I'm just not hungry in the morning. Hate watered oatmeal is tasty. Milk is tasty. Yeah, no. Oatmeal made with milk is infinitely better than oatmeal made with water. I mean, if you gotta, but it's not gonna be anywhere near as good. It makes it sweet, yes, this is true. And it's like, it makes its like thickness, it gives it a nice thickness instead of a weird watery thickness. Activating your Homelander instincts for milk and oatmeal. I mean, if Homelander likes milk and oatmeal, he's good in my books. Bowie knife, who? Oh, you see, the thing is, Homelander likes breast milk. So, he's like, what's his name? Ian from Smosh. Which is a joke, by the way. It's just it's a Smosh joke for some reason that he likes breast milk. Or maybe he's being serious when he says that, I don't know. His name is Cloudy. I mean, hey. True. Thank you for being open and honest with us, Cloudy. I ain't got no clue. It's okay, Cloudy. There's no reason to double back what you just said. We still love you. I almost pit maneuvered that guy. I don't know. I believe you. I was just joking also. We can pass these 4 cars. Not if I drive like that. There's a trick in like Forza Motorsport, at least 7 and 6, where if you like pump your brakes, it helps you turn better than it does when you hold down your brakes. But it doesn't seem to work in this game that well. I was 100% expecting to get rammed in the side by that other Sarah back there. Hello, Pearl. How's it going? How are you tonight? Thank you for hacking into my stream. Major annoyance feelings. Ah, so I assume you're at work then. Yeah, I believe that. Ah, yes, Cloudy. The best way to have somebody ignore your comments is by drawing attention to them. God dang it, dude. Let me see if I can tune this car a little bit. Nope, I cannot. Yeah, I can't imagine how annoying working in a hospital could be. Shout out to Cloudy for real. He's the GOAT. Or at the very least, the OAT. He forgot to respond to his message, damn. Call you a bad responder. You only have good takes, you think? Okay, let's hear one of your potential bad takes. If you even have any you could think of. You hate beans? I mean, I think a lot of people hate beans, but I like beans. They're good protein. They are just can't stand the texture. Yeah, that's understandable. I understand. I can definitely understand not liking foods because of the texture just doesn't work for you. Would rather eat genuine ass than eat a bean. Okay, but like, come on, man. That's obvious. I'm just kidding. I believe you. Now the question is, would you eat genuine ass after they've eaten beans? Yeah, no. Fuck no. I don't know of a worse time to do that. I think I need to take more risks. That wasn't what I needed to do to take a risk, but I'm definitely gonna have to repeat it, but we'll see. Let's alternate or alter the tune on my car real quick. We need it to stay in D, but I want to increase the acceleration. Yes. That's fine with me. This should be fine. Oh no, I killed the curry rice. Love your cooling blanket. Yeah, that sounds awesome. 77 degrees in your room. Yeah, that's hot as hell. Having a cooling blanket in that temperature sounds absolutely necessary. Can I put a livery on this car too? We'll fast travel back here with the AC on. Yeah, that sucks.
Welcome back, Alex.
Nothing worse than a hot ass room, especially when you're trying to sleep. AC set to 70, by the way. Yeah, that is a. There's got to be like what insulation issues or something. I don't know though. I don't make homes. I can make Lightning McQueen or SpongeBob or Hatsune Miku or Japan Fox Girl, whoever that is. Cinema Roll. Just keeps it really warm downstairs. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that, Yeah, the combination of keeping it warm as hell downstairs and then also not great insulation is just asking for hot ass rooms upstairs. It's Aqua from Konosuba, the rainbow car. Persona 5, it's just the stars. And yes, this is important for my ability to win the race. Best Konosuba girl is Darkness. That is absolutely fair and correct. Aqua's dumb. I love the episode where, or the moment in one of the episodes where Kazuma realizes that even though Aqua has been leveling up, she can't raise her intelligence. Was this too wholesome? That's true. I forget her name. What's up, Cheeto? Welcome back. We'll do Hatsune Miku, I guess. Eat some fajita tacos. That sounds delicious. I had tacos tonight as well, but not fajita. Darkness isn't wholesome enough. That's true. Darkness is like the furthest thing from wholesome. You had nothing? Get you. You need to find something to eat, Cloudy, my guy. Irashaimase is what that says, apparently. I'm just reading the hiragana above the kanji. Makes you insanely not hungry and nearly throw up if you eat slightly too much food. That sucks. That sucks a lot. What if Cheeto? Yes, I'm waiting. We are waiting. You stay unhungry? Wait a minute. He's genius. Cheeto's onto something, guys. This is ground-breaking information, Cheeto. Write that down. Should I delete the VOD so nobody steals Cheeto's idea? Truh. You're good. Knew what you meant, Cheeto. Keyboards can be a bitch sometimes, especially if you're typing on iPhone. iPhone has the worst fucking keyboard right now. You're the next Einstein, Trudy. Or Einstein Trust. I'm so stupid. Thought you saw Palm Beach Pete yesterday. Who's that? Is this something I don't understand because I like don't watch TikTok or something? Or am I just old? Could be both, I guess. Saw a guy that looked like Epstein walking out of a Target, and your first thought was, "Is that Palm Beach Pete?" Ah. Imagine looking like Epstein. That's gotta be the worst. Or maybe... I don't know. I was gonna say maybe the best, but what if you're... Never mind. I was gonna say maybe you're the best if you're a pedophile, because they wouldn't think multiple people that looking like him would, but I think they would think that. Palm Beach Pete is an Epstein lookalike that got insanely popular because he looks like Epstein. I see. Have they investigated his criminal record? Just a normal guy from Palm Beach. That's good. Sorry, I'm kind of just gonna lock in here for a second until I can get into first place, because I've been doing this race too many times. And we're in really good position on the second lap. I keep wanting to lean forward towards my monitor, but then hit my face against my microphone arm. Or not the arm itself, but like the handle that's holding the pop filter. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's necessarily a pop filter, but it's like a noise filter. He's just milking it on social media. I see. Sounds about right. we just gotta keep first place for a lap and we're good. I'm glad I retuned the car. It's much better now. A slight increase in acceleration and top speed, but really was all I needed. Who needs braking or handling or off-road? I mean, I definitely don't need off-road, but the other two. Final. I think it was the luck that Miku gave me. No, I like those prompts, but I like figuring out where I want to go on my own sometimes too. The Nachi run. Are his videos even any good, or is it just like, haha, I look like evil man, give me money? That's a lot of credits. Bonus brown round shades. I don't want those. Did I just get a Jeep Grand Cherokee or something? I did get a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Was not even paying attention. But thank God I have that car I'm never gonna drive. Unless there's a niche mission where it requires me to drive it.
You'll have to search the railway. Maybe under the bridge?
81 and 1. That's
As
awesome.
If a 959 is sat outside a
Well,
convenience
2005 Ford GT.
Have a look around the
I'm
area.
gonna go find
See
that
if you can spot
right
it.
now.
Huh. Seaside parking,
In
maybe?
the Nongon
Let me know
region,
when you
coastal
find it.
trails. So I mean, you can clearly see the city from here. So it's like, it's got to be like over here or something, right? Or maybe way over here. Unless there's like another city over here that they just didn't render on the map, because why would they? We're changing back into the VTuber car. I mean, it's a Porsche 911. And it's got my girl on it, my favorite VTuber.
200 yards. Turn left. Turn left.
Good. Okay, the drift was decent until I fucking crashed my car into the railing.
In 400 yards, turn right.
I feel like
Turn right.
I really don't like driving in first person in the Horizon games. It's kind of sad.
In 400 yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. You kind of want to absorb the sights and shit, but I feel like driving in first person is the best experience for racing games that aren't like arcade racing games. MIA for a while now, you work early in the morning. All good. Get you some much needed rest. I wish you a nice shift in the morning. With very few idiot customers. A nice smooth day. With little D absent. Thank you, Claudia. Much appreciated. Get your rest, though. Look, yeah, there are sakura trees, cherry blossoms. Want to hit the Return to Monkey tonight? Just let me force and sleep. It really would be so nice to just return to Monk every now and then. I would like to just be able to turn off my brain. And just fucking like sleep on like a tree trunk or some shit. Fling my poo at some people.
400 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
Damn, I hit both of them. Took an Excedrin because you're getting too old, mentally washed. That's how fast you'd be driving down a 35 mile per hour road. Turns microphone on. Can you say that again? I'm just kidding.
In 200 yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 100 yards. Turn right.
I was trying to help someone with a puzzle yesterday and quickly realized just how washed you are. I doubt you're washed. I think you, I imagine your job is very taxing,
400 yards.
both
Turn left.
physically, mentally, and intelligently.
In 100 yards. Turn right. In 200 yards. Turn left.
Like watching a famous player getting dunked on by the younger new players.
400 yards. Turn left.
I think it's normal to,
Turn left.
after working so much and having your brain fried, to not be able to do stuff that takes your brain to do
Turn right.
past your prime time. Can't wait to also be in the medical field and have it take a massive toll on you. Yeah, I'm very grateful that that is not the field I chose to go into. Not that it's a bad field. I don't think my body could handle it or the sleeping schedule. you can still understand body stuff. Yeah. Well, that's probably because it's like it's probably more like just second nature to you at this point, right? Whereas like doing a puzzle, if you haven't been doing a bunch of puzzles, you actually have to use your brain. Bottle can barely handle it, but but you got that. You can do it, Cloudy. I also don't know why I said bottle instead of body. I don't know why I committed to coming down here when it clearly wasn't the right area. The fuck? Why does it say my frame rate, my bit rate is messed up when it's at the amount it's supposed to be at? 1 second. I feel like I've been dropping a lot more frames recently for like no reason. Your body can barely handle it, but you think you got... Oh, I already read that. My bad. I don't know. Maybe it's about time I reset my internet just to give it a good old refresh. I'll do that after stream though. Should let the radio play Joji. It only plays it like once ever however many, unfortunately. And I don't really want copyright. I know YouTube you can just like it has a way where you can like edit out the music or whatever. I don't know if I think Twitch just mutes the entire section though. Yes. Collect the Ford GT 05.
2005 Ford GT.
A lot of anatomy is not as complicated as the book makes it seem.
Could do with the full valet.
I could see that.
Now this is how you do a trip.
It's like
redesigning a Le Mans classic.
It's like a lot though, right? There's a lot of stuff to remember.
Looking forward to seeing what it can do. If it was mine, I'd be taking this on one.
There's a lot of stuff to remember for tests, but not a lot of stuff to know. Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense. It's kind of like how a lot of stuff is. Usually once you learn it once, that's kind of, they might ask you about it again. Yeah, and in a lot of other fields, it's acceptable to just Google it if you need it and can't remember. I imagine in the medical field that's probably frowned upon, but like in programming, you could just look it up and nobody's gonna give a shit. Radiography, if you're doing x-ray specifically, like you to know the distances that you're going to be from a detector in standard room setups, and those never change. Really only need to remember the exception to the rule, not the norm. That makes sense. In practice, yes. Like I said, nobody really cares. That's good. I just didn't know if people were like more strict
Huge
about
Japan
it.
road trip. It's
But
good for
yeah,
endurance. Enjoy.
Google
It's a head
is,
turner for sure.
I mean, I think basically everybody uses Google to at least some extent. I don't think most places of work will care if you use it to remind you how something works.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
I'm probably not gonna put a livery on this car just because the color, the blue with the white racing stripes is just so fucking iconic for this car, but I am going to see what they have.
Welcome back, Alex.
I can't even do it for this kind of car. Oh wait, yeah I can. I don't know why they got Jinx. And Meyer Vega drawing pictures through the dead skin cells on the glass. Oh, it's Suisei. I take it that would be a lyric. It's Kasane Teto. And I think that's how it's the name Miku. Yeah, it has the 01. This is like the first livery I've seen with Teto on it. Oh, it's Senjo Gahara. It's whoever that guy is. Skin Cells by Joji. Nice. Nika Robin. Kind of looks like March 17th, but they don't have it labeled. A lot of what you learn in primary anatomy doesn't carry over to any specialties. That makes sense. I imagine Your specialties have more specialized versions that you need to know. A lot about muscles, but in your actual specialty, you don't really need to know all the muscles. Yeah. Anatomy will cover everything generally, then that information is the basis for whatever specialty you go into. Another Teto? Two Teto liveries for the same car after not ever seeing a Teto livery in this game? At least for any of the cars I have. Is that Suisei again? Yeah. I would do Teto, but unfortunately this car has Suisei. These people do know what's up. I don't know if it's just because my like YouTube feed is biased, but I feel like it's probably because all the Vocaloid songs I've listened to mostly are Teto and not really any Miku. And the Miku I've listened to has Teto in it. But I like only ever see Teto stuff on YouTube or Teto and Miku stuff or just Teto stuff. But then I come to this game and it's basically all Miku. Except for this car. Apparently they got two Tetos. I guess it's just me being biased because my feed. You not liking Miku. Miku's fine. I think Teto sounds a lot better. So you can gotta get this game so you can make a livery for your car. It's Taiki Shuttle. I love Taiki Shuttle. She's cool. She's the American Uma Musume. You don't hate Miku? Yeah, Miku's alright. I think Teto's better, but red versus blue. Red. I mean, blue is my favorite color, but if the red versus blue is Teto versus Miku, then... Oh, it's Mao Mao. People love the fucking golf liveries. There's so many of them. Space Jam. Black Oops. Them golf clubbers. Too bad they're not golf GTI owners, for real. Alright, we've gone far enough back. We'll go all the way to the end. If there even is an end. Holy shit. We'll just go do that and click back in. Alright. We'll do Hoshimachi Suisei. Why is it sponsored by Red Bull with Suisei on the side of it? And GoPro and Sega and Puma. Black Rifle Coffee Company. I don't associate any of these things with Suisei. Sponsored by Puma. Unless Sega doesn't make Tetris, right? There's no way. I believe Tetris was like an independent company. I don't know if they got bought out, but we're going places. And AMD, holy shit. I saw the GoPro and I was just like, who fucking cares? But AMD, Sega helped make Puyo Pop Tetris. That could be the connection. I mean, I think they're just putting random shit on it, but I mean, one of the things that Suisei is pretty well known for, at least gaming wise, is being good at Tetris. That's not what she's known for, though. In the case, she would have definitely played Puyo Pop Tetris because that's the most popular competitive one. I think when we were talking about Tetris the other day, with the one where you could choose Puyo or Tetris, she was part of the collab where I had seen people playing both Tetris and Puyo. So she's I'm pretty sure she's definitely played it. But a lot of the gameplay I've seen of her playing Tetris without other VTubers was on Tetris 99.
In 400 yards, turn right.
But I think I've also seen her play the Puyo Pop Tetris.
Turn right.
All right, so we've created a link to one of these advertisements that makes it somewhat plausible for a Suisei livery. That's good enough for me. The Puma thing? Yeah. Oh, they even put Suisei's signature on there. I didn't even realize they had two different outfits on there for her on either side. She don't look like a Fila girl to you. Real.
400 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
This place is so far away, but I wanted to drive because I just got this car. Also, there's a lot of red, white, and blue for her to not be American. When you think about Puyo Pop, there's a classic song that always pops into your head. Is it just like one of the OSTs, or is it a song that like somebody played in a video while playing it? Or like a stream or something, I don't know. Same difference. Is that a character theme as far as you're aware? Ah. So I'm guessing there are like avatars for you to choose from or something for the multiplayer, or is there actually like different characters in each level if you play through like whatever levels they have? Because I know some games will have like that person was talking about in my chat the other day, how they had like that one Tetris game had like, I don't want to call them missions or whatever, but like Yokuza. Almost there, just 0.9 miles away. And I just did a 270 for no reason. Sent it for everyone to hear heard. I shall check it out. Let me get to the place I'm going and I'll check it out. We gotta destroy this ramen. Look at him. Unsuspecting. Oh, it was matcha tea. I just saw what looked like a bowl, so I assumed it was ramen. It's the Puyo Puyo song. Yeah, because that's what you know it from. I mean, hey, it says Puyo Puyo. It's got to be the Puyo Puyo song. For some reason, my card declined for something. Oh shit. I think I know. I might know what it was. Let me check. She's the default character you unlock at the start too. Yeah, it's definitely the Puyo Puyo song then. It is kind of a bop. Very catchy. Okay, yeah. Wait, no, that doesn't bill me until 2 days from now. Okay, I have no idea what it was then. I don't think I had a sub on Twitch that would have renewed. No. I have no idea what it was. Maybe it was just now notifying me for it declining my card for literally no reason earlier. Alright. Sorry about that. I was trying to figure out why my card would decline. Wait, I need to check one more thing. Let me check my email to see if it was my Hulu. The fuck? Transaction. $50 on Switch. Oh, my brother might have tried to buy something and maybe my card was on his Switch. Thank God that they actually send you emails telling you what the decline was for. Oh no, it was my Switch Online. Well, it says it's still active, so I assume it's going to try to charge me again. I have enough money in my account. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to verify that it was something that I knew and that I was actually trying to pay for, and not the case of somebody stealing my card. Let's buy a new car for this. Okay, I already have that, which I think is going to be my best option. But I need to tune it up. Please tell me they made it to where you can copy other people's tunes. Nope. Have to leave the race to do it.
Okay, Alex, what do you want to do now?
I want to tune this car and then go do the race. I don't know why they got rid of that function. They used to allow that in old games. Ooh, but losing that. It's not that much, actually. About braking. We'll go with the first one. It's probably the up first because it's the most popular. And I really don't want to lose that much braking and handling. As much as I love acceleration and top speed, handling and braking is important. Oh, and we need to give this a fucking livery. We're not driving all the way back. We'll just fast travel since I was already there.
Welcome back, Alex.
Alright. We got police. Shiroko. Zero 02. Lame. We are Venom. Hatsune Miku, Japan. Takanashi Kiara. Kiwawa. Freerin. Manhattan Cafe. Trying to figure out if I recognize who that is. I don't think so. I'm also trying to read the hiragana on the back of the car. Ellen Joe. Oh, it's Kato Megami. She's just on covering the windshield. Ishtola. Kanata. More 02. More Kiwawa. Is that Fuamoko? It is Fuamoko. Pokemon. Taiki Shuttle. Psylocke. Gorillas. Oh, it's Link and what's her name? Marin or Malin. Marin or Malin. Depending on which game you're playing, I guess. Gold Shippy. It's Cesaro. An Uma I didn't know existed until the other day. Oh my gosh, is that Joseph's Joestar? I feel like I have to go with Joseph Joestar now. Sokokada. Damn, the back is so rude. Your next line is I'm losing. Damn. I think this is the one I went to, right? Alright. Time to race in my newly liveried Joseph Joestar Mustang. Mustang Dark Horse. Newly liveried and tuned. Alright, we gotta be able to pass you. Give us a good turn for passing. It's one. Wow, they just rammed into me and still lost their position. How rude. I could have sworn I braked in time, but... Gotta get past these stangs. Yeah, I need to redo that turn. That was terrible. Putting more caffeine into my body.
Okay, Alex. I have set your route to the cross-country race event.
I need to see. I'm gonna look and see if there are new liveries that have been made for my favorite VTuber, or if it's still just that one.
Welcome back, Alex.
Search. Any car. Oh, there are more now. Nice. Any of these cars I already have. Because I imagine some of these cars are going to be expensive as hell. Usually, if you don't have the car, it'll take you to a screen to buy the car with the livery, but it did not do that. Whatever. We'll continue to drive the Porsche 911 for now. I'll figure it out later. We won't be driving it very long because our next race is literally right here.
100 yards. Turn right.
Cross country. We'll take the Raptor. Since it's maxed out. I probably maxed it out for cross country off-road driving. This is what happens when you don't play a racing game for a month. You don't remember what cars are for what. You just have to go based off of the numbers. The numbers may. That might have fucked me. Not gonna lie. I don't know how I'm gonna catch up to these Subarus. They're just better off-roading cars than the F-150 is. Or just better cars in general. They're good, like, rally cars, so that's why I say better off-roading cars, because they're meant to go off-road and be quick. Down with Forza exposed Ford marketing. Down when Forza exposes Ford marketing. Damn, I see. What, did they do like a marketing ad where it was like better than a Subaru or something? No, but Ford always likes to talk about how you can go places and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, real. Except for first or second place in this race. Matter of the fact is there's a reason why you don't see the truck in more rugged environment. That's true. You only really see them in suburban areas. Suburban America. Yeah, I mean, if I had to do this kind of race, I would prefer to be in a Mitsubishi or a Subaru. Like those two kinds of cars are like synonymous with off-road rally racing to me. Maybe it's because of Forza Horizon 1's rally DLC, but I just feel like they're like the rally cars. Other thing is that they can talk about whatever powertrain they have or in drivetrain, but weight distribution is also important and not distributed well. Yeah. Oof. I think I need to redo this whole race, so it doesn't really matter. It's a leaf spring design. The suspension's not very forgiving. I believe it. I don't really know much about F-150s. I don't really care about trucks, TBH. Except for that tiny Japanese truck. That shit's awesome. Good amount of trucks, especially American-made trucks, use a leaf spring suspension for the rear end. I'm guessing that's not very good. Helps to reduce deflection from loads on the truck bed. Ah, so it's good for carrying loads, but not good for off-roading or doing shit like this. The suspension type that's meant for weight-bearing tasks, not Not specifically for groundhog contact. All this type of suspension that started with wagons made it very simple. Ah, that's insane. Well, all I know is the only time I'm ever going to drive a truck is in these games when I need to. Or like in GTA. It's Hoki Hoshi. I should not have taken the corner at that angle. I don't know if this race is savable at this point. I might need to swap cars and upgrade my tune on like one of my Subarus or something. Subaru. Who's rim? Yeah, we're gonna swap cars. Coil spring articulates better because it's only a single point of contact for the wheel, and for the body doesn't distribute weight across as much. I see like dual coil springs for wheels to get around it. Can leaf spring can distribute the weight much better. Doesn't react or follow the ground as well. I'm gonna go in here, pick which car I'm taking. We'll take the one that has Suisei on it, and we'll tune it up. I don't know if you could tell by me having multiple liveries of her, but Suisei is my favorite Japanese VTuber. She's also just a very good singer. You not even knowing who they are, but I do you have seen 2 cars with her on it in this stream. Just smile and wave, boys, smile and wave. This is my second time driving a car with her on it in this one stream. That's a massive spoiler. Particularly VTuber. Valid, I guess. You can see it but not processing it. I see. That guy in a like kaiju outfit. I think I might have gone with a non-off-road build. I may be wrong. We'll see. Yeah, I think I went with a non-off-road build by accident, but it's kind of working. Or I'm just driving poorly. Probably both. Not going to diss anyone to VTuber interests. I mean, yeah, they're just normal streamers slash YouTubers, but who use an avatar instead of whatever else. Tend to prefer people who are themselves first, VTuber second. I think most of the VTubers I know are themselves first. Certain contracted members who graduated then came back as a different character and had to completely not acknowledge that they were that prior character. Oh. But you're like talking about like they left the company and no longer had the rights to their avatar or character or whatever you want to call it, so they had to come back as a different character. That's not necessarily the VTuber's fault. Most VTubers I know who have had that happen to have the same personality as they with the corporation as they did normally. Yeah, I mean, I think there's an extent to where every streamer is or YouTuber is playing some sort of a character and is not 100% themselves. TLDR, you don't like that? I think, I mean, some of the corporations are awful, but spelling's at an all-time low today. And also, I don't think, at least, like, I don't think, like, Hollow Live is forcing their talents to be a character. I think all of the talents are pretty much being themselves, or if they're playing a character, it's because they want to. Because apparently a lot of people know, just don't exist anymore. Damn. Yeah, but like, Suise is an idol, but she also very much has shown her actual personality on stream. She doesn't really stream much anymore because she's very busy with music, but you have a Mel Soda poster. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Mel was very much herself even when she was part of a corporation.
Turn left.
Her corporation isn't around anymore. Yeah, that's true. But I don't think anybody who is part of V Shoujo changed after leaving V Shoujo. Yeah, no, V Shoujo doesn't exist anymore. They got into real big trouble. Not they, the fucking owner did. It was, I mean, it was a company, but it was a bunch of VTubers who came together and joined the company, or slash like helped get it going. But it was it was 100% a company. They had a CEO. But I think it like sort of started off as like a all of these VTubers are already friends. Let's get them under one company. Yeah, I figured. When you say Mel Soda poster, I figured it was for a soda advertisement of some sort.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 100 yards, turn right.
Nice. You love our purple girls. But like the clips I've seen of my favorite VTuber from before she joined
400 yards.
Hollow Live and changed quote characters, she's like exactly the same as she was before. And I think that goes for clips I've seen of most of the VTubers I watch in Hollow Live that were like indie VTubers before they joined.
You've arrived at your destination.
Going to use the word someone said, you don't know who, because they want to be a certain companies tend to limit what their creators can do. I think the only limit, at least, I mean, sure, there are some probably other things that they just can't do because of, like, I don't know, external things, but they've done some absolutely insane shit at Hollow Live, so I don't think they're against. I don't think the limits come from like oh no, that's too like insane or fucked up or whatever you want to call it. Like they recently basically recreated a Keeping Up with the Kardashians like breakdown episode with some of the talents. So I don't think they care about that.
200 yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 100 yards, turn sharp right.
No, they can play whatever they want. I mean, hell, some of them literally just played Fear and Hunger, which is like the furthest thing you would think a company who's worried about their image would want them to play. I mean, sure, they do get like sponsorships and stuff through the company, but they just have to get like, I don't know. They have like extra permissions or whatever you want to call it, to where they have to like validate with the gaming company that it's okay for them to stream it and stuff. When Nintendo was going after people for playing their games on YouTube. And then they decided YouTube will just, they'll make YouTube dock your pay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that, I don't know. I think a lot of people forget that it's kind of an unspoken thing that we're allowed to stream games or put games on YouTube. There's no like real, I don't want to call it law or anything, but that says we can. But I mean, for Nintendo, what they were trying to do is fucked up. You have to say before that you don't want people streaming your shit, then not after. Yeah, I mean, I think they are valid for not wanting people to, like, illegally stream playing their games and, like, show people that you can do that, but I don't. You can emulate legally, so I guess it's just whether or not they want to go through proving whether they did it legally or not, which they don't. Yeah. But I mean, you can playing on an emulator is not illegal per se. Yeah, the gray area of the emulation one is whether you have a BIOS for, you have to like provide the BIOS for the console or whatever, and you have to have ripped the ROM yourself. Yeah, you can't archive ROMs of games. Or I guess it depends on the console for like the BIOS thing, but like, yeah. Still doesn't have a precedent made for it. I mean, Nintendo is kind of on a cold streak for lawsuits right now, so. But don't tempt them. Yeah. Yeah. But also, like, for the, it's kind of an unspoken rule to being allowed to stream video games. Like, I'm sure nobody's really making a fuss of it because it's fucking Steins Gate. But this, for the Steins Gate remake, they've said that no content is allowed to be posted or streamed of it, which they have the right to do so.
400 yards. Turn left.
And it makes sense for a visual novel to not want to have it be streamed or on YouTube, because then there's no point for other people buying the game. But like,
Turn left.
I do think people take it for granted a lot of the time that we're allowed to stream and post video game content on YouTube.
In 400 yards. Turn right.
Visual novels fall into an even weirder gray area. Story, not... Well, I think games in general,
In 400 yards.
if companies wanted to say you cannot stream this game, they have the right to not say you cannot stream this game. It's happened in the past before, where there have either been portions of a game where you're not allowed to stream, or just the entire game you're not allowed to stream.
In 400 yards. Turn left. Turn left.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not even just Nintendo did that. Monster Hunter Wilds, when it came out, you weren't allowed to post certain boss fights. It's like, I mean, there's no like precedent for it, but for like to play movies to a bunch of people, or fucking play music in a bunch of people, you have to have a license to do so. So, I mean, if they wanted to make it like an official thing, they would probably make it to where you have a license to be able to play these things in front of people. But yeah, it's not... In fact, I don't know of when Nintendo has done that other than the emulator shit. The examples I have are Monster Hunter Wilds, I can't think of others off the top of my head, but I know they exist. Gaming as a medium is interactive. We can't provide the interaction part over the internet on a video. But unfortunately, I do think a lot of people will just not buy the games because they can watch it on YouTube. Even if it's not necessarily a story-heavy game. It could be partially because like they can't afford it, but I think it's more of a people just don't have time, shit like that. Yeah, no, I read the whole thing. You said their argument is that they're taking away from people buying the game, but they don't experience the gameplay. And since it's an interactive media, we can't express that over the internet. But I mean, I know for a fact there are people out there who aren't buying games because they watched it on YouTube, regardless of the gameplay interactivity. But I don't even necessarily think that's the actual reason why. I mean, that might be their excuse, but I think they have many more valid excuses than that if they wanted people to stop being able to stream shit.
I've had that happen a few times, and it will probably happen a few more.
The crowd's waiting. Head to the showcase event, and I'll get.
I mean, yeah, but like, they didn't buy the game, but they watched somebody play through the whole thing, so they clearly were interested in the game.
Stunt-plane pilots are primed to race us in the next showcase. So be prepared for some close calls, wild stunts, and fireworks, obviously. Dust yourself off, head back up, give it another shot.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, that's true, but like, I don't know. I do know that there are people who have said, I'm not going to buy that game because I'm just going to watch streamer play it. Used to watch Let's Plays, so I also did want to play those games, didn't have the means. You wouldn't have bought the game in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the same for me, but there are people out there who have the means to buy the games, but would rather just watch their streamer play it. Someone play a game, there's a good chance you don't play that said game, with some exception. Well, I don't think it's necessarily a rule. I just think it's just a percentage of the equation. Just like you're in the percentage of people who, if they are interested in a game and want to play it, they'll buy it, while there's also a percentage of people who are like, this game is very interesting to me, but instead of buying it, I'm going to watch said person play it. And then there's also people who will watch other people play it first to make sure it's something they want to play. Don't tend to watch people for the game they're playing. Yeah. And that makes sense. I mostly watch people because I want to watch them, and then if they're playing and have time to watch them. And if they're playing a game I would like to watch them play at the same time, that's just a bonus.
In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn left.
Alright, time to do the Horizon upgrade one for upgrading my wristband, but with no copyrighted music, because there's always a set music piece that plays with it,
Turn
but
left.
no music here.
Turn left.
Flight Club. Can I fly the plane instead of driving the car? I'm not gonna lie, I thought about playing Arma instead of this, but I figured this was more interesting than Arma.
These pilots aren't going to be holding back.
At
on
least to
showboating.
watch, I guess. Because I want to be playing it, like, online. I only thought of that because of flying. Because it's the most recent thing I've flown a vehicle in.
Keep your wings clear. See you on the other side.
Oh, he did a loop-de-loop. I thought that... I was distracted. I thought he lost his wing for a second, but he just hit the banner. I was like, holy shit, plane down. I missed.
Hey, you can take the tunnel this time. Watch your clearance.
It's only fair you took the forest. Okay, lining up.
Holy shit.
Going for a close proximity pass by.
Wow, riveting jump, man. Definitely deserved a slow motion.
Coming by for Pyro Helix around bridge.
Pyro Helix.
Aerial course clear. Climbing. Over.
Over. Alright, let's see what new races we got.
What a crowd pleaser. Up against 2 stunt pilots and you still pulled it out of the bag.
It was, I think it was scripted, Helena. Orange, you glad you made it? Ha. 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 Ha.
One orange wristband. You've started to draw quite the crowd.
Thanks,
A new
Helena.
wristband awaits you behind an entirely out-of-this-world rush event. Here
I
are the new events you can
bet.
take on to qualify for it, pushing you even closer to legend status. You have work to do.
Nice, we got some dirt races to do. I like dirt races. I'm probably only gonna do a few more races. I have to have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. It's my dad's birthday party, and I'm supposed to be meeting with one of his friends about cybersecurity stuff before.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Cars look amazing on Extreme. Yes, they do. I agree. The graphics are... they did a good job in this game.
You have arrived at your destination.
Only put the car graphic settings on Extreme. Yeah, nice. I mean, hey, that... if anything, it should be that. An RS 200. Holy shit. That was an insane drift. It didn't really help me out. I actually feel like drifting in races is not a good thing. Unless it's like meant to be drifted. Sorry, I take it you're playing right now then, Cheetah? Since you mentioned turning the car graphics to extreme. You were messing around with the settings and closed it. Heard. That makes sense. Have you embraced the anime girl liveries like I have? No! There we go. See, that's a perfect example of why drifting mid-race is bad. I lost first place. I had to rewind. And when I broke instead of drifted, I kept first place.
Okay,
All right.
Alex, what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna go do this other dirt
Okay,
race and then I
Alex,
might
have
get
set
off.
your route to the dirt race event.
Let's give this thing a livery.
Welcome back, Alex.
So much Miku. It's a cardboy card. Miyabi. Haru Urara. Rurika. Koseki Biju. Freerun. The Powerpuff Girl. It's Amelia. Hoshino Ai. Weezer. Ogre Cap. I like Ogre Cap. More Hatsune Miku. Charlotte. Saber Alter. Roxy. Manhattan Cafe. Is that Ayanami Ray? Joker. It's the Joker, baby. Walking with this patient, thought about it a little bit more. Stopped watching people because they started playing a certain game. Damn. I mean, yeah, if it's a game you can't stand, that's understandable. Kiss Shot, Acerol Orion, Heart Hunter Blade. How to say this, but it's like they just stopped being interesting when the whole personality became the game. Ah, no, I definitely get that. That livery was kind of insane, if you guys saw it. It's Teto. Dorime Teto. Ram. Is that Jinx? Yeah, that's Jinx. More Ogre Cap and Tamamo Cross. They got the whole ship in one car. Not Kirito. Alright, we're gonna stop looking. I found the car I'm gonna be. No, it's not gonna be the absolutely insane livery. I think it was in the middle. I think it was past this, actually. I think I scrolled too far trying to avoid the jizzing penis. Kill a kill. Never mind, I did not scroll too far, I don't think. Oh, it's a Dr. Pepper car. I guess we'll go with Salter. One example, way back in the day, started playing Cloudberry Kingdom. Don't know anything about the game, stopped uploading and just played the game and would upload random stuff of it. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, changing your entire content for a single game is like... content creator, self, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. I mean, sure, you'll find a community that likes that game, but you're gonna lose most of your previous community. Yeah. What happened to the commentary and stuff? Yeah. That sucks. Commentary, good. Making entire channel about singular game, bad. I mean, I don't know. Depends on the game. I mean, you can make, like, if your entire content is like milsim stuff, it would make sense that have your entire content be like Arma. But like, can't think of anyone else off the dome. Also used to watch a lot of channels that they said they were going to go to college and never came back to YouTube. Damn, that sucks. That's how it goes though. Because they either lost the passion for the hobby or let the numbers get to them. Yeah. Or they just like really ridiculously got obsessed with the game. Hit you with the Blues Clues Steve treatment. The numbers, Mason. Sorry. Oh, look at all the cherry blossoms. Let's break a little bit better there. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to have content creators you enjoy watching just completely switch up. Although I guess it's better than having them turn out to be absolutely terrible people that you find out later on down the line.
Arrived at your destination.
We'll take the Warthog. Alright, yeah, this is probably going to be my last race since it's already 12:45. Tomorrow night I will play Fire Emblem, and then Sunday night I will play Lego Batman. And I will probably keep the schedule the same as I had it this week for next week. But I'll re-upload it in case I decide to switch anything up. I don't know how long my dad's party is planning on going though, so I could be late. Probably not though. I'm already gonna be over there a long time tomorrow. I'm not trying to stay out there until like past 9 o'clock. Especially around what's probably going to be a bunch of drunk people, and I don't drink. My dad doesn't drink either, really, but I know my My sisters do. I'm sure his friends do. My stepmom does, so... I'm gonna have to start this race over. I may not even need to brake on half of these turns. Since with the Warthog. Wart. Honestly, I mean, I'm just a fucking... I'll buy any Halo game just because it's Halo. But I'll probably stream Campaign Evolved when it comes out. Apparently, they're adding 3 new missions as, like, I think a prequel to the story. May not need to break, also smashed into half the competition. True. I mean, hey, that's how Horizon goes. I mean, I don't know if you saw what Cheeto did to me in one of the races we did against each other, but that was Cheeto pulled the Horizon Classic. The Johnson Chronicles. Yeah, and who doesn't love Sergeant Johnson? This is it, baby, hold me. I love that shit. Me and my brother were running through the games on Legendary, but we stopped like halfway through Halo 2 because it was having frame rate issues. Like connection frame rate issues, not GPU frame rate issues. My GPU is fine. And we didn't have any issues playing through it until like the second to last level. 343 servers. Yeah. Yeah. But like, we literally had no issues, and then 2 missions left in the game, it starts being like unbearably stuttery. Like, if you've seen those like videos where the lag is like ridiculous and like the guy will be in one pose and then he'll be in another pose and shit like that. That's how it felt playing the game. Reminds you of COD Vanguard. I don't remember if I played COD Vanguard. I don't think I did. I'll go do this cross country since it's right here. They decided to do text or streaming, and they basically put every single HD texture over texture streaming. Decided to put basically every single HD texture over the internet. Game looks like garbage when you're having connection issues. Which is often because the base servers were not very stable. You're gonna kill your phone. Honestly valid. Who broke the keyboard? That's that 40% AI failure rate.
You have arrived at your destination.
We'll try this one. Goddamn AI survivorship bias. Yeah, don't you just love how all programming projects that use AI in any capacity to code have a 40% failure rate, and yet companies still push using AI for coding? Don't you just love that? I don't think this car has enough off-road. Love how a lot of programs have moved to being web browser based. Yeah, web applications are hot as hell right now. It's because fucking, I don't know. JavaScript is like Python. It's easy to read, but it's also like one of the worst programming languages from what I've heard of people who have used it. There are just a lot of like JavaScript is so supported with like other like versions of JavaScript and fucking like add-ons that make it just so much easier to develop web applications than normal applications, and people like the easy route. Yeah, but Java's like applications. JavaScript is web-based applications. And Java's easy, but it's not as easy to read as like typeless languages are. Although people have literally reinvented JavaScript to have it have types because being typeless doesn't work half the time. Unless it's Python. All you know is they hate us and your program should not be dependent on your connection. Real. No, that's I definitely agree with that. Considering the Edge Chrome and any other Chromium-based browsers are getting very bloated. It's because Edge is bloated because they shoved an entire browser into fucking Copilot, which then they also shove into Edge. So there's a browser with AI inside of it that has a browser inside of it. Hello, Riptide, how are you doing? How are you tonight? I'm pretty good. Copilot, not exactly the brightest idea. I mean, Copilot is fine. It's just the way they've been implementing it isn't very good. And the way they shove it down the user's throat, even though it's not even that great of an AI, isn't very great. I'm pretty good, Riptide. Just been playing Forza Horizon and yapping. Because it was kind of a brain empty kind of stream day. Think of multiple incidents where AI search engines have made searching for things worse. Yes. Yes. There are actually AI, not search engines, but browsers that have been made that literally make you more prone to being hacked than you would be if you didn't use it. Than if you used a normal browser. Or whatever the hell OpenAI is offering. Unfortunately, Riptide, I was about to get off after this race because it's 1 o'clock for me and I have stuff to do tomorrow. Otherwise, I would let you join. But yeah. I don't know does OpenAI have like a browser that implements ChatGPT or something? Let me make this turn and I'll pause and read that. Whenever you talk about the AI thing, always trying to tell people cannot hold the data accountable, does not feel a sense of responsibility for its actions, is based off of someone else's base, don't know what they're using, can't remember, don't feel like looking it up. It's not wholly originally made by Microsoft. They probably ripped it off of OpenAI before they stopped being open source. But yeah, no. And like, from the video I saw was a long time ago, but the browser I was talking about, people could literally just remote into your computer through your browser because of the way the AI worked. And it's crazy to me how like medical practices and like psychiatrists and therapists are using AI for like keeping track of their what should be HIPAA compliant notes or whatever. Like, that's insane to me. I mean, I know I'm sure they have like a system that is supposedly up to snuff and has been made by somebody specifically for medical purposes, but that doesn't really ease my mind. That's not true. Which part of what I said is not true? It's made off of the general systems. So they just, because the places I've seen have like talked about a specific app, but I guess they just ripped out a basic AI model for the app. Somebody figured out that because Because AI has to essentially talk to itself, you can look at its conversation and pull data off of it. Even if it's going to give you a no because it mentions something, its own thought process is basically told to you. Sounds about right, unfortunately. That is how AI is, and I don't know why people would think it would be different for the medical fields or places where you're supposed to be HIPAA compliant. And then, I mean, even ignoring that, everything that you use the AI for or talk to the AI about gets fucking saved on the company's servers. Or the AI servers for training data. Even if it's going to give you a no because... Oh, I already read that. I do that a lot. My brain's stupid. Problem is that basically it's an LLM and the way they're programmed essentially to have your message be prompted and then, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because like the only way for an AI to know that what it's saying is wrong is for somebody in the programming to tell it that it's wrong and to not give those kinds of answers. Because, I mean, like, if you tell it it's wrong while just talking to it, it'll just store it as training information, but not actually fix the error. Because it's also using its previous responses as training data. Gosh, this car in front of me is just so much better than me. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm gonna try a different car. try to buy it. It's all circulative spending. Right, the issue right now is that no company is explicitly losing money to AI. I mean, they are, because I mean, me saying the 40% failure rate thing sounds like a joke, but it's very, very true, unfortunately, that using AI to program your shit comes with a 40% failure rate. But they fired people to get AI instead, so they're not really losing money per se.
You have arrived at your destination.
For companies outside of NVIDIA, AI is not profitable. They make up the money lost by selling their data or whatever. Yeah. But also, whatchamacallit. At least last time I checked, NVIDIA's stocks were absolutely tanking. Look at the charts that compare the direct spending on AI versus the direct profit. AI, there's this significant gap. Not making money directly off AI, it's through other means. Yeah. Consumers are showing their responses. Yeah. Oh, it's Zutomeo. I love Zutomeo. Why not make a Zutomeo car? Why not put Neurochan on there? Few businesses, because they're technically the consumer division. Dad's Jeep. You'd have to get the Soiginto car. Highly doubt there's a single person in this game who's going to make a livery of her. Maybe, but probably not. Too niche and too old for people now. If there is, you're absolutely flabbergasted. Well, let's search after I do this. If I can even fucking win this fucking race. Really, dude? I say that like I haven't been bashing into people. I meant to tune up the car. Yeah, that shit is not acceptable, bro. There's no way I can make a comeback in this fucking piece of shit when people are doing shit like that. Let's go ahead and look up. Well, no, because I'll have to leave this area. Hitting a point where a few people are going to have to pay their optimization debt. Looking at Unreal 5. Yeah. They better fucking optimize that shit, otherwise what's the point of making a new Unreal Engine if they didn't even fucking optimize the previous one? Too much on AI and NVIDIA's GPU tricks, yeah. Said tricks did not come to market well. Unreal Engine 5 suffered. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people just didn't buy the 50 series because they didn't want AI cores. And it really didn't really perform that much better than the 40 series. Like GPU performance wise, not selling performance wise. Tend not to play with the AI settings on. I mean, the AI settings in some games are fine. Like, I think DLSS on at the least balanced is good. It's gotten to the point where it doesn't look like shit anymore, but frame gen I won't use unless I absolutely need to. Yeah, they dedicated it to AI performance. So when it came out and nobody saw actual major differences in FPS, they didn't want to buy it. Like, I still fucking remember when the 50 series was announced, watching Dr. Lupo play fucking Escape from Tarkov, and his performance being basically the exact same as it was with the 4090. I mean, most games weren't utilizing the benefits of the 50 series yet, but I mean, they did release an update to DLSS and FrameGen when the 50 series released to try to take advantage of it. Other issues that people who say they didn't have an issue with FrameGen also tend to not be in the use case NVIDIA envisions for FrameGen. Like, what do you think that is? For people who are playing Yeah, but like the only time you'd be doing that with a 50 series fucking graphics card is if you're playing in 4K. Like, there's no way they think that's the actual use case unless they're talking about 4K gaming. So the ratio of actual frames inputted to make one frame gen is way more favorable. Yeah. I mean, even at like, I don't know if there's a 50-50, but like a 50-60, 50-50 should still be able to run most games at high frame rates on like 1080p. People who play in 4K generally accept the 60 frame rate average. Yeah, because I mean, you're playing in 4K for it to be beautiful, not for it to have good frame rate. If you want it to be pretty and have good frame rate, you play in 2K at 1440p. I tried to stop that jump, but was not successful. This kind of goes back to what you were saying, because frame gen can make the screen look a little sloppy, so they turn it off. Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. The only use case I found it useful for was when I was playing Marvel Rivals. It kind of fixed the stutteriness that kind of happens when you go from like 120 frames down to like 100 frames. It like helped deal with that, which was nice, but like only people who use it are people already getting high frames, not doing anything besides a couple smear frames every few seconds. People in the lower devices who say it's okay tend to also be like your brother-in-law who don't actually pay attention to their games very well. Full offense to your brother-in-law, he's a fake gamer. No, don't worry, I totally get that. One of the gamers, when I know you like Call of Duty, but like you also like actual games too. But like one of those gamers, when you talk to them about games, they only bring up like Madden, 2K, Call of Duty. Although I do gotta say, like, Call of Duty recently can look very, very good. Old COD good, new COD bad. I mean, I like old COD, and I liked Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare 1 and 2 reboots. I thought they were good. And I'd say the Modern Warfare 1 and 2 reboots also are very beautiful fidelity-wise. So, like, yeah. Most people don't pay attention to that. They just pay attention to getting kills. Their KD ratio going up. Number go up. As an ROG ally, I was trying to play Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, yikes. I'm sure that did not go very hot. In the settings, he was trying to run it at like 20 frames per second. Frame gen can bring it to 38. Feels fine to me. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like anything below 60 for me, unless it's hard locked at like 30, doesn't feel right. Idea that those people just get comfortable with garbage. Yeah, that's true. But also, like, trying to play on anything other than low settings on a game like Monster Hunter Wilds on a fucking like ROG Ally or a fucking Steam Deck is, you're gonna have an abysmal experience. Especially if you're used to playing shit like that on PC. Also, I finally beat the race. Holy shit, that took me 40 minutes. Yikes. All right, let's look for that car livery for you. The problem was how the camera in the background motion felt.
Welcome back, Alex.
Not gonna lie. I mean, it probably had to do with how low the frame rate was, but I think most people leave motion blur on instinctively when motion blur is like the worst thing ever. With frame gen, felt like there was too much motion blur, chromatic aberration, and some other stuff like texture smearing. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like shit like that happens too when you try to play games on a higher visual fidelity than your system can run. But I'm sure frame gen added to that. But I mean, depending on when it was, Monster Hunter Wilds wasn't that far into the 50 series cycle, so they were probably still pretty early in frame gen stuff, I would imagine. What's the name of the character again? I can't find it in chat. I forgot. I looked her up on Google, so she's probably still in my history. Still Cecilia Evergreen from Hololive E Injustice. Nar. 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 Sorry. She does not exist. You're good. You're good. I'm ending anyways, so have a good night. Good luck with your the rest of your shift. Sui Ginto. Okay. I'll type that in real quick. Yeah, still not there, unfortunately. But yeah. Enjoy the rest of your shift. Have a good night. Good conversation in chat as always. I will be playing Fire Emblem tomorrow and then Lego Batman Sunday night. And then I'll try to put my schedule for next week out by Sunday. It will most likely be the same as the schedule this week though. All right. Have a good night. See you later. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.